like he knows it's going to happen.
The one thing that hitting this wall won't do is make this ceiling fall on me.
No way.
Of that I'm sure.
His wife is standing filming going, oh, I wonder is he going to come out? She hasn't moved.
Yet he doesn't put the camera down.
You see that again, just see that he gets hit by the beam, doesn't he? Look, at that point, he could be dead. His wife literally just dips the camera and carries on filming.
Oh, there's a bit of a cut.
Oh, there's a cut.
There's a cut. There's a cut.
There's probably a cut during, you know, 9 months of reconstructive surgery.
I bet that he does a lot of shit like that. Yeah. I bet, you know, she's like, I remember that time we got a yacht and he just smashed a hole in the bottom of it with a hammer. It's going to be like that again, isn't it?
Do you remember the time he made that fireplace with a hydrogen bomb?
So the baseball clip ended the worst on the grounds that it was something of an avian snuff movie, whereas the Dutch builder was fine, and should you need your loft converting, is surprisingly available. So at the end of that round, the points go to Johnny and Brian. All to play for now as we turn to the wall of worst. Our final quick-fire round, 1 point per question, so fingers on the buzzers, and we start with worst tattoo. What does Luke Kay have tattooed on his back?
Is it the word cretin spelled wrongly? Has he got the words, how's my shagging?
There's a clue in his Christian name.
Well, Christian name, Luke, something Star Wars-esque. Like,
You're absolutely right, yes, it is in fact this.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Bloody hell, they've given Luke Jenny Bond's face.
Worst idea. What is this man attempting to do?
Is it the Dutch guy? This time he attempts ceiling painting.
It's to do with balloons.
Oh, this is the guy
helium.
who did loads and loads and loads of balloons. Thousands of them, these little helium balloons. He was seeing how many it would take to take off, and he went for miles, didn't he?
That's absolutely right, yes. It's Larry Walters of California, who wanted to float 30 feet above his garden, but ended up clinging on for dear life at a height of 16,000 feet.
And he drifted into an international flight path.
Exactly.
Didn't he? And there were lots of airline pilots radioing in saying, I don't think it's me, but I really honestly think there's this guy sitting on a sunbed at about 30,000 feet. And, you know, either I shouldn't be flying this plane or something should be done.
As he came down, he got caught in a power line, blacking out an entire neighbourhood for 20 minutes, just as the local news was about to lead with a story about a redneck moron in a balloon chair. Worst protest. How did this pair spark a protest?
Is it that they've adopted a child? So they've somehow ticked all the boxes for Reading Council, social services. They've adopted a child, and it's only come to light because a couple in Reading have tried to adopt a child and they've been given a flamingo.
It is to do with a forced breeding programme in a German zoo.
They're gay.
They are.
They're gay penguins. I can see it in their eyes.
They're gay. Bosses at a zoo in Germany drew protests from gay rights groups when they flew in 4 female penguins to encourage the gay couple to reproduce. Zoo authorities started questioning the penguin's sexuality when they noticed the penguin enclosure was always immaculate. Worst date. Why did Cambridge student George Green fail to turn up for his date with Gwen? It involves this letter.
Is it one of these things that they do occasionally when, like, there's a letter from the 1920s or something and they don't deliver it?
That's exactly right.
Yes.
It's a letter that was posted in 1950 and delivered in 2006. The Daily Telegraph tracked down George and found him to be a historian at the LSE. They also tracked down Gwen, finding a skeleton wearing a carnation at table 3 in Monty's. At the end of that round, let's take a look at the final scores. This week's winners are Johnny and Brian, but this week's worst team is David and Frankie. Our thanks then to Johnny and Brian, David and Frankie, and there's just time for a final look at this, the worst Wayne Rooney lookalike. You've been watching Best of the Worst. Good night.
For exclusive outtakes from the Best of the Worst, text MOBILE to 83188 to be sent a link to the Channel 4 mobile site. Next, Charlotte Church with West End star Ashley Simpson and Danny Dyer.